Time now for a look at business with Mike Eppel from CityNews 680. Good morning, Mike. How you doing?
Good. Thank you, Sid. How are you?
I'm good. All right. We are officially, I guess, into day 2 of the PSAC federal public workers strike. Now, a lot of people, Mike, don't anticipate this lasting for an elongated period of time. But how long before the economy starts to really feel it here?
Well, it's not going to take too long because you've got so many federal services that are effectively been shut down or slowed down. If you've got border disruptions, for example, Sid, or if you have grain handlers and the agricultural sector in Western Canada, federal workers there, not inspecting grain, do the rails start to slow? Shipments of Canadian products, passport issuance, EI services, all these kind of things. They're pretty significant to the economy, as it turns out. Scotiabank had a report out yesterday saying that, you're looking at maybe $200 million a day in government activity taken out of the economy, and you'd be seeing a dent to the gross domestic product for this quarter. Again, if it lasts for any length of time. And I'm wondering, Sid, if in fact, does this go on for some time? Because you're not going to have the political wherewithal to have any legislative, issuance of a back-to-work law, because you just don't have the political situation where that would work. The NDP aren't going to support it, and they've got the deal with the Liberals. The Conservatives say they aren't looking at any back-to-work legislation as of yet either. So this thing could drag on. And again, at the same time, how much are they going to give in wage increases? That's one of the big sticking points here. Work from home. That's one of the things that the federal workers want to see put into the contract. The ability to work from home. Ironically, they have to go from home to actually the picket lines. But there's some big implications here potentially for the economy if this drags on for any length of time.
I love the irony, Mike, just before we move on here, in the headlines between this one of the biggest federal union strikes we've ever seen in this country and the price of a Justin Trudeau vacation, but that's neither here nor there. We'll hit that another day. All right, let's bring it closer to home here in terms of our province. And we saw the press conference this week about Ontario Place, and Premier Ford and the ministers were there. Premier Ford obviously very excited about the Ontario Science Centre moving down there, very excited about a new spa, very excited about the new space, very excited about the spanking building that's coming in. A lot of people talking about that. His words, not mine. But from a business standpoint, you didn't see the clip? I'll send it to you. But from a
I saw the clip.
You saw the clip. From a business standpoint, Mike, does this make sense?
Yes. We don't know. They say it does. But I heard 2 interviews with Infrastructure Minister Kinga Surma yesterday saying, they're triple checking the numbers. They say it's going to cost too much to renovate Ontario Place. Is it? We don't know. Is it a better business case to have the new Ontario Science Centre down to Ontario Place? And the other thing, too, Sid, is there the infrastructure to handle what they're saying is going to be 6 million tourists a year going down to that site when you've already got so many things already there? They're not widening the Gardiner Expressway. That wasn't part of this announcement, was it? Did you hear anything about that?
Look,
anyway,
I mean,
the point is they should put the business case forward saying, this is how much it's going to cost, therefore we should do this, as opposed to just throwing it out there going, we're still looking at the numbers. And then you've got the architectural significance of that building, which was built in the 60s, and people are up in arms about that because it's the brutalist style of architecture of the time. You don't want to maintain that? I don't know.
But your point is valid in terms of, and I know they're adding about 2,700 parking spaces above ground and underground. Here is the plan. But you and I, listen, anyone who's tried to drive downtown when Blue Rodeo is at the Budweiser stage on a Saturday night and there's a TFC game going on at the same time, you know what that area is like. It's
and
not
maybe
fun.
A convention.
And anything else?
Convention,
and you want to add 6 million tourists. I don't mind the tourist angle. I think Premier Ford's right there, but logistically, Mike, for sure. Finally, we got 30 seconds. Tesla, not a good quarter.
They've been cutting prices. It's compressed the profit margins so that Elon doesn't care about the amount of money that Tesla's making right now. He wants market share, wants more EVs being sold under the Tesla banner. So share price is down this morning, 7.5%. All of the automakers are actually down this morning because we've got well, a price war, if you want to call it that. In the growing sector of EVs, you've got Stellantis, Ford, Volkswagen, General Motors. They all want to get into that space, but do they have to lower their prices to start to match what Tesla's doing? It's an interesting tactic by Tesla. That's all.
Mike Eppel, always charged up for this segment. Appreciate you, man.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Very good.
Go Leafs.
See ya.